gentlemen, on today's episode, we're going to talk about the Ken Griffey Jr. Air Max 1. Now, we've done other episodes regarding the Air Max 1 Ken Griffey, but we're going to talk about this one from the Swingman Collection. I'll explain all that. Let's go ahead and dive into the background of the Ken Griffey Jr. Swingman Collection. Nike honored Ken Griffey Jr. with the Swingman edition. The shoe was released in June 2021. The shoe was released as part of the Swingman Collection to include the Air Max 90, the Air Force 1, the Air Vapor Max, and jerseys and shorts. So now let's go ahead and conduct a deep dive on the Ken Griffey Jr. Swingman Collection. One thing before I get started with anything about this shoe, if you watched me talk about gym shoes, sneakers, whatever you want to call it, I always use the words phenomenal, beautiful. That is consistent with this particular trim. First thing I want you to notice, look at that gold-plated 24. The 24 is consistent with Ken Griffey Jr.'s number and the gold home plate. Look on the back. That's what we're talking about when we say the Swingman Collection. One of the best looking swings in baseball. The Swingman, Ken Griffey Jr. You ever get a chance to watch Ken Griffey Jr. swing at a baseball, hit a home run? It's freaking majestic. It's like one motion. Pow! That dude was freaking phenomenal. Phenomenal baseball player. All right, let's get back to the shoe. Now, Swingman Collection. The gold Nike swoosh on the side of the toe box. I already talked about the home plate, the gold home plate right here. Number 24, Ken Griffey Jr.'s number, right? This is a strap. Let's go ahead and loosen up this strap. As you can see here, Nike. It's all on the strap right here. Now, let's go ahead and look at the tongue. The tongue says what, ladies and gentlemen? Swingman. All the way down to the throat. It's like a mesh material mixed with leather. You know Nike, they love those daggone heel tabs. Nike loves them some freaking heel tabs, just like a fat kid loves cake, right? Now look on the back. Look at the Swingman on the back. Now this material right here, it's almost like a suede velvet material. But look at that. Look at the stitching on the back of the Swingman Collection. Look at that. Ken Griffey Jr. Air Max 1. You go into the inside of the shoe, you see the typical Air Max bubbles. Look at that. Down at the bottom. I love this freaking green mixed with this black. Got the red right here. Look at the toe box right there. Man, this is a freaking beautiful shoe. On the inside, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to try to show as best as I can. It says the sweetest swing. I don't know if you can see that. And just like I stated earlier, this is one of the sweetest swings in baseball history. Barry Bonds had a beautiful swing. A lot of these other guys had beautiful swings, but the Ken Griffey Jr. swing is like one of the best. Now, when you look at this silhouette, here's other pictures of other silhouettes. Tell me in the comments which silhouette that you had, that you want to buy, and that looks the best. Go ahead and rank them. Now, if you remember, I did an episode about the Ken Griffey Jr.'s a little while ago, as you can see right here. And one of the things I talked about buying this shoe way back when I was a Marine back in Yuma, Arizona, and someone stole my daggone Ken Griffey's. But you know what? I got them back. So if you're watching this episode and you stole my shoes, don't worry about it, pal. I got those and they got these. Yeah, I went on a tantrum right quick. Hey, but again, look at the bottom of this. The color scheme for this Swingman Collection is freaking beautiful, man. The green, the black, the red with the gold right here. This shoe is freaking amazing. Just the colors, the beautiful stitching along right here, the back. Look at that. I tell you, man, I always talk about Nike and the way they shape their shoes, the way they architect their shoes. I mean, I would love to be in one of those design production meetings with all those guys, because the shoes tell a story. All Nike shoes, when you really look at them, especially the ones from back in the day, the signature models from the A-list athletes, Their shoes tell a story. When you look at this shoe talks about more than Ken Griffey. This shoe symbolizes baseball with the stitching. You got stitching on the baseball with the home plate. That's where you score. The color schemes, the suede velvet material right here. I mean, look at the holes right here. This shoe is consistent with baseball, especially because Ken Griffey Jr. did what? He played baseball. Man, this is a great looking shoe. Make sure I dive into everything. Also, this part right here, I didn't talk about this. This is the neoprene of the shoe right here. Neoprene, if you're not familiar with it, you know, if you ever had those weight loss belts, those braces on your knees, it's like that comfort, very flexible, very functional material. They use this inside of here, so you don't really have to wear socks with these. And if you don't, get you some daggone foot powder or something. Nobody want to be smelling them corn chips. But again, this shoe, back to this shoe, man, this is, oh God, this shoe is freaking beautiful. Phenomenal. I will always talk about a shoe if it's phenomenal. The Ken Griffey Jr. Air Max 1. Different trim. The Swingman Collection. It is beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful. Again, if you want to see the other episode where I talked about the Ken Griffey Jr.'s, it's right here. It's right here. Man, this is great. Get you a pair of Ken Griffey Jr.'s. You still can buy them. Buy some for your son, your daughter, yourself, your wife, or whoever. Hey, yeah, buddy. Hey, thanks you guys for hanging out with me here on the Nomad Cast on another episode of Gym Shoe Stories. I love telling gym shoe stories. I just love telling daggone stories, right? Stay tuned, stay locked. Thank you for your support, subscribers, watching my YouTube shorts, watching my clips on TikTok, watching the full videos here on YouTube, all the audio folks, and all that. Appreciate everything. The Nomad Cast, where story time is a pastime, because I am here to be heard. You know what I'm about to say. Trust and believe.